Hello and welcome to today's classes of the history. Okay, for the Delhi Sultanate, describe the early life and difficulties of Iltutmish, or evaluate the achievement of Iltutmish, or evaluate Iltutmish as a rule. Okay, and highlight the achievement of Sultan Iltutmish. Okay, this question in this year asked by UPSC mains examination in optional history. Okay, in what ways Iltutmish Sultan Iltutmish was the real founder of the Delhi Sultanate? Okay, such type of asking by UPSC examinations in main examination. Okay, अर्ली करियर ऑफ सुल्तान इल्तुतमिश, इसका प्रारंभिक करियर कैसा था? शमसुद्दीन इल्तुतमिश वाज बोर्न ऑफ तुर्किश पेरेंट्स of the Ilwari tribe of Central Asia. Okay, he was handsome and intelligent, and his father loved him very much. शमसुद्दीन इल्तुतमिश तुर्किश पेरेंट्स के यहाँ इलवारी जाति में सेंट्रल एशिया में पैदा हुआ था. वह सुंदर सुशील था और उसका पिता उससे बहुत प्रेम करता था. ओके, his envious brothers sold him as a slave while he was yet a child. और उसके भाइयों ने उसे एक दास के रूप में बेच दिया था जब वो बच्चा था. ओके, हिज मास्टर जमालुद्दीन टुक हिम टू गजनी. ओके, वेयर सुल्तान मोहम्मद डिजायर टू परचेज हिम. समझ गए? और उसका मास्टर जमालुद्दीन उसको गजनी के दरबार में लेके गया जहाँ उसे खरीदा गया. ओके, बट जमालुद्दीन आस्क्ड फॉर मोर देन वाट द सुल्तान डिजायर टू पे. समझ गए? देयरफॉर द सुल्तान फॉरवेड टू सेल इल्तुतमिश इन गजनी. Iltutmish was then taken to Delhi where Qutbuddin Aibak purchased him. समझ गए? Therefore the Sultan forward to sell Iltutmish in Ghazni. Okay, Iltutmish was then taken to Delhi where Qutbuddin Aibak purchased him. और समझ गए? जहाँ कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने उसे खरीद लिया. Iltutmish proved his worth and rose to higher positions by his own merit. He got promotions, one after another till he became the master of the hunt, Amir Sikhar. और उसका प्रमोशन उसकी काबिलियत के बल पर उसको सेना में प्रमोशन मिलता रहा. Then he was assigned charge of the fort of ग्वालियर. और फिर बाद में उसे ग्वालियर के फोर्ट में को दबाने के लिए भेजा गया. आफ्टर दैट ही गॉट द गवर्नरशिप ऑफ बरन बुलंदशहर डिस्ट्रिक्ट. के बाद मैरिड टू द डॉटर ऑफ कुतुबुद्दीन एंड फाइनली अपॉइंटेड ए गवर्नर ऑफ द इक्ता प्रोविंस ऑफ बदायूं. और बाद में जो एक इक्ता था मुगल दिल्ली सल्तनत का बदायूं, उसका उसे गवर्नर बना दिया गया. वाइल फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट द खोखार्स इन 1205-1206 AD, Sultan Muhammad was impressed so much with his valor that he advised Aibak to free him from slavery, which was subsequently done. After the death of Aibak, the citizens of Delhi felt that the infant Turkish Empire in India required the services of a capable ruler than that of Leji Aram Shah. और कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक की मृत्यु के पश्चात दिल्ली के लोगों को अनुभव हुआ कि उन्हें एक अच्छे योग्य राजा की ज़रूरत है, चूँकि आराम शाह उसका हकदार था लेकिन वो अयोग्य था. देयरफॉर सिपह सलार अमीर अली टुक कंसेंट ऑफ द सिटीजन्स एंड तुर्किश नोबेल्स ऑफ द दिल्ली एंड इन्वाइटेड इल्तुतमिश टू कम टू दिल्ली. और उसको इन्वाइट किया गया. इल्तुतमिश assumed the reins of the government, defeated आराम शाह and thus became the ruler of Delhi in 1211. और इस तरह से इल्तुतमिश दिल्ली का शासक बन जाता है, दिल्ली का सुल्तान बन जाता है 1211 ईस्वी में. इल्तुतमिश एज द कंसोलिडेटर ऑफ द दिल्ली सल्तनत. वाई इल्तुतमिश वाज द कंसोलिडेटर ऑफ द दिल्ली सल्तनत? इल्तुतमिश ए स्लेव ऑफ स्लेव. इल्तुतमिश एक दासों का दास था बेटा. is regarded by several historians as the real founder and consolidator of the slave dynasty and Delhi Sultanate. इल्तुतमिश दासों का दास था. उसको कई इतिहासकार दिल्ली सल्तनत का प्रमुख कंसोलिडेटर या सुदृढ़कर्ता मानते हैं, और सलेब डायनेस्टी का और दिल्ली सल्तनत दोनों का। अकॉर्डिंग टू देम, उनके अनुसार ऐबक वाज द रूलर फॉर 4 years ओनली, और ऐबक सिर्फ 5 सालों के लिए ही रूलर था। ओके, देयर वाज सो मच anarchy after his death, and the Sultanate of Delhi seemed sleeping, and a powerful ruler was needed to control the situation, and Iltutmish rose equal to the occasion. Okay, when we pursue the history, we find that Muhammad bin Qasim was the first Muslim invader who came to India, but he conquered only Sindh and Multan. और जब हम इतिहास पे नज़र डालते हैं तो हमें एक चीज़ दिखाई पड़ती है कि मोहम्मद बिन कासिम के नेतृत्व में भारत पर पहला मुसलमानों का आक्रमण हुआ था, जिसने सिंध और मुल्तान को ही जीत पाया था। इन द वर्ड्स ऑफ द लेनपोल, एक हिस्टोरियन है, ओके, इंग्लिश हिस्टोरियन है, इट वॉज ए मेयर एपिसोड इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया। और लेनपोल कहते हैं कि ये केवल एपिसोड था, एक मेयर एपिसोड के अलावा और कुछ भी नहीं था। मोहम्मद महमूद गजनवी वाज द सेकेंड ग्रेट मुस्लिम इन्वेडर। ओके, महमूद गजनवी वाज द सेकेंड ग्रेट मुस्लिम इन्वेडर, बट his inventions did not lead to the establishment of any Muslim kingdom in India। और ऐसा माना जाता है कि महमूद गजनवी का दूसरा मुस्लिम आक्रमण भारत पे था, जो कि किसी साम्राज्य को या किसी साम्राज्य को स्थापित करने में असफल रहा। ओके, फॉर अबाउट 150 years देयर वाज नो अटेम्प्ट टू फाउंड एनी मुस्लिम एम्पायर इन इंडिया। और 150 सालों तक कोई प्रयास नहीं किया गया भारत में, ओके, मुस्लिम साम्राज्य स्थापित करने में। मोहम्मद गोरी कनक्यूर्ड द बल्क ऑफ हिंदुस्तान, बट मोस्ट ऑफ हिज टाइम वाज स्पेंट इन गजनी आउट ऑफ इंडिया। ओके, एक दूसरा नाम मोहम्मद गोरी का आता है। मोहम्मद गोरी ने भारत के अधिकांश भागों को जीत लिया था। ओके, ही हिमसेल्फ डिड नॉट रूल ओवर इंडिया बट लेफ्ट टू हिज वायसराय ऐबक। और उसने स्वयं भारत पर शासन नहीं किया, बल्कि अपने दास और अपने वायसराय ऐबक को छोड़ के चला गया। ऐबक एक्सटेंडेड हिज किंगडम एंड फॉर्मड एन इंडिपेंडेंट मुस्लिम स्टेट इन इंडिया। ऐबक ने अपने साम्राज्य को बढ़ाया और एक स्वतंत्र उसने राज्य बना लिया। सिंस हिज रूल वाज वेरी शॉर्ट लिव्ड, ओके, ही कुड नॉट कंसोलिडेट द सल्तनत, वो सल्तनत को कंसोलिडेट नहीं कर सका। बट द क्रेडिट ऑफ फाउंडिंग द दिल्ली सल्तनत मस्ट गो टू हिम। और उसका भी बहुत कुछ उसका ऋण जाता है। ओके, ऑफ कोर्स इल्तुतमिश स्ट्रेंथेड, ओके, द फाउंडेशन एंड सेव्ड द इन्फेंट मुस्लिम एम्पायर फ्रॉम कोलैप्सिंग। और निसंदेह इल्तुतमिश ने सल्तनत को कोलैप्स होने से बचा लिया, धाराशायी होने से बचा लिया। On account of Iltutmish achievement in bringing about political consolidation out of turmoil, Dr. R.P. Tripathi has observed, Qutbuddin cannot be regarded even as sovereign ruler of Muslim India because no coins of his name are available, and his name is conspicuous by its absence in the list of king prepared by Ibn Battuta in that prepared by फिरोज शाह तुगलक फॉर खुतबा। और आरपी त्रिपाठी मानते हैं कि किसी भी मायने में कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक को एक शासक और दिल्ली सल्तनत का सुदृढ़कर्ता नहीं माना जा सकता है, क्योंकि उसके कोई भी सिक्के और कोई भी उसकी मुद्राएं ज्ञात नहीं हुई हैं, जिसका वर्णन इब्न बतूता ने और फिरोज शाह तुगलक वगैरह के पीरियड में किया गया है। ओके, ही वाज फर्दर ऑब्जर्व्ड, उन्होंने ऑब्जर्व किया, द हिस्ट्री ऑफ मुस्लिम सोवरेनिटी इन इंडिया बिगिंस प्रॉपरली स्पीकिंग विद इल्तुतमिश। और भारत का मुस्लिम इतिहास की संप्रभुता की शुरुआत कहीं न कहीं इल्तुतमिश के पीरियड से शुरू होती है। इन द वर्ड्स ऑफ डॉक्टर A.L. श्रीवास्तवा, एक इतिहासकार है, A.L. श्रीवास्तवा के शब्दों में, इल्तुतमिश वाज ए ब्रेव बट कैसियस, ओके, कैसस सोल्जर, समझ गए, वो एक बहादुर था लेकिन एक सिपाही भी था। ही वाज आल्सो सक्सेसफुल जनरल वह एक सक्सेसफुल जनरल था. ही लेड द फाउंडेशन ऑफ द मिलिट्री मोनार्की दैट वाज टू सर्व ओके लेटर एज द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ ए मिलिट्री इंपीरियलिज्म अंडर द खिलजी. ओके, इन द ओपिनियन ऑफ लेनपुल ब्रिटिश हिस्टोरियन, इल्तुतमिश इज द ट्रू फाउंडर ऑफ द डायनेस्टी ऑफ द स्लेव एंड किंगडम. लेनपुल के अनुसार इल्तुतमिश वास्तविक डायनेस्टी और पूरे दास वंश का संस्थापक था. इट वाज ही राइट्स विद प्रोफेसर के निजामी हु गेव द कंट्री कैपिटल दिल्ली एज इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट ए मोनार्कियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट एंड ए गवर्निंग क्लास. और के निजामी कहते हैं कि उसने दिल्ली को पूरे सल्तनत की राजधानी बनाया और इसके साथ साथ मोनार्कियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट एज ए गवर्निंग क्लास, और मोनार्कियल फॉर्म से उसने गवर्निंग क्लास इस्टेब्लिश फाउंड की. प्रोफेसर एबीएम हबीबुल्लाह स्टेट्स a book outlined the Delhi Sultanate and its sovereign status. Iltutmish was the unquestionably its first king. और अब एबीएम हबीबुल्लाह कहते हैं कि अनक्वेश्चनली कोई प्रश्न नहीं खड़ा किया जा सकता कि वो यहाँ का शासक न रहा हो, वो रहा. ओके, ही शर होल्सले रोट इल्तुतमिश वाज द ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ ऑल द स्लेव किंग्स. ओके, मिनहाज सिराज कहता है एक कंटेम्पोरेरी हिस्टोरियन ऑफ इल्तुतमिश रोट. मिनहाज सिराज एक कंटेम्पोरेरी हिस्टोरियन ऑफ इल्तुतमिश रोट. मिनहाज सिराज जो था वो इल्तुतमिश का कंटेम्पोरेरी समकालीन इतिहासकार था. उसने लिखा, नेवर हैज़ ए सोवरेन सो वर्चुअस, नेवर हैज़ ए सोवरेन सो वर्चुअस, काइंड हार्टेड एंड रिवर्ड टूवर्ड्स द लर्नड एंड द डिवाइन सेट अपॉन द थ्रोन. ओके, डॉक्टर ईश्वरी प्रसाद रिगार्ड्स इल्तुतमिश अनडाउटली okay the real founder of the slave dynasty. According to Dr. R.C. Majumdar, Iltutmish may justly be regarded as the greatest ruler of the early Turkish Sultanate of the Delhi, okay, which lasted till 1290 AD. Okay, this was the major fact regarding Iltutmish founder. Difficulties of Iltutmish. What Iltutmish की क्या कठिनाइयाँ थी? With a view to appreciate the role of Iltutmish, it is very necessary to know the difficult circumstances under which he acceded the throne. The newly Muslim empire was threatened with disintegration. Okay, important difficulties facing Iltutmish are mentioned here in brief. और एक नए मुस्लिम साम्राज्य के सामने खतरे की बिखराव के बहुत से खतरे थे, जिनको देखते हुए उसके सामने कुछ समस्याएं थी जो निम्नलिखित हैं या निम्नवत है. इल्तुतमिश हैड नो हेरिडेटरी क्लेम टू द थ्रोन, और उसके पास कोई हेरिडेटरी क्लेम नहीं था. इल्तुतमिश वाज स्लेव ऑफ स्लेव. ओके, वो एबक का स्लेव था. एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू मुस्लिम लॉ नो स्लेव कुड इवर ऑक्यूपाई द थ्रोन. और मुस्लिम कानून के अनुसार कोई भी स्लेव मुकुट को धारण नहीं कर सकता था, थ्रोन को धारण नहीं कर सकता. There were several equally powerful nobles who would not, tolerate the rise of an equal to the position of Sultan. This is the third reason. Nasiruddin Kubacha, the governor of Sindh and Multan, and Tajauddin Aldus, the ruler of Ghazni, refused to recognize Iltutmish as the rightful successor to the throne of Delhi. समझ गए? दोनों ने मना कर दिया था. नसीरुद्दीन कुबाचा और ताजुद्दीन अल्दुस दोनों ने मना कर दिया कि वो एक अच्छा शासक नहीं है. Some of the Muslim journals asserted their independence and taking advantage of the confusion. समझ गए? Some of the Muslim journals asserted their independence taking advantage of the confusion. Rajput rulers of Jalan, Kalinjar, Ranthambore and Gwalior declared their independence. उन्होंने अपनी स्वतंत्रता को क्लियर कर दिया. The Mongol invasions posed a great threat to the Sultan. और मंगोल खतरा भी सुल्तान के लिए एक बड़ा ही खतरा बना हुआ था. समझ गए? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन कैसे पूछा जा सकता है, जैसे हु वाज द एक्चुअल फाउंडर ऑफ द स्लेव डायनेस्टी. ओके, वाज इल्तुतमिश द एक्चुअल फाउंडर ऑफ द दिल्ली सल्तनत? यस, बी डिस्क्राइब हियर. इल्तुतमिश वाज द रियल फाउंडर ऑफ दिल्ली सल्तनत अनडाउटली. ही मेड दिल्ली हिज कैपिटल इंस्टेड ऑफ लाहौर बाई डिफीटिंग हिज टू मेन राइवल्स, Nasiruddin Kubacha, governor of Uch, and Tajauddin Aldus, governor of Ghazni. By diplomatically declining the request of Jalaluddin Manghavrani, son of Khwarizm Shah, of a refuge, he saved India from the wrath of Changiz, okay, wrath of Changiz Khan's army. He completed the construction of Qutub Minar, which started by Aibak. और उसने कुतुब मीनार का काम पूरा किया जिसको ऐबक ने स्टार्ट किया था. ही आल्सो इंट्रोड्यूस्ड सिल्वर टाका, okay, 125 grams GMs and copper Jital coins, thus monetizing economy. Okay, further he got a letter of investiture from Khalifa of Baghdad in 1229. Thus he became the first legal sovereign and founder of the Sultanate. In the field of the education, he founded the Nasiriya College in Delhi. समझ गए? In the field of the education, he founded the Nasiriya College in Delhi in the memory of his son Nasiruddin Mahmud. Okay, these are the new things for the Iltutmish. He created Turkane Chahalgami or Chalisa. This was the body of Shamsi novels who assumed the role of king makers, thus giving Delhi Sultanate a strong administration initially. It was the other matter that these novels assumed the usurper role when the king became big. He also introduced the Ekta system in India for the first time. Okay, an Ekta was a piece of land given to any sultan official in line of services. और एकता एक ज़मीन का टुकड़ा होता है, ज़मीन का इलाका होता है जो उसके अंतर आने वाले अधिकारियों को दिया जाता है. It was the revenue that was given and not the land itself. Okay, it was the revenue that given and not the land itself. From the money generated from the land, he can keep one part for his own expenses and the other part for the maintenance of troops. He had to continuously visit the royal darbar as a mark of honor and submission for the emperor. By this arrangement, Iltutmish created a body of trusted slaves. और इसके द्वारा उसने एक विश्वसनीय ट्रस्टेड स्लेब्स की एक बॉडी बनाई. आल्सो नोन एज इक्तादार्स पर मोस्टली स्लेब्स, जिसमें मोस्टली स्लेब ही थे. हु कुड बी समन्ड एट एनी टाइम, जो किसी भी टाइम उसके सामने समर्पित रहते थे. ऑल दिस led to the expansion and consolidation of the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, consolidation of the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, achievements of Sultan Iltutmish. What are the achievements of the Iltutmish Sultan? The following points highlighting the top 8 achievements of the Iltutmish. First, organization of the group of 40 slaves, also known as Turkane Chahalgami. When Iltutmish ascended the throne, he was opposed by certain Qutbi novels of the Qutbuddin Aibak and Muzi novels of Muhammad of Ghazni novels. He suppressed their revolt, but he always remained doubtful of their loyalty. और हमेशा उनकी loyalty के लिए वो doubtful में रहा. Therefore, he created his own group of novels from among his loyal and capable slaves, which was called Turkane Chahalgani. Okay, all those novels were purchased by him as slaves. They were given respectable assignments, and thus their cooperation was sought in administration. All these novels depended on Iltutmish because they are because of him only. Those nobles always remained loyal to him. Thus Iltutmish no more remained dependent on Qutbi and Muzi novels. Defeat of Yildiz. Iltutmish behaved most diplomatically with Yildiz. When he ascended the throne, Yildiz sent him a chatra, canopy and darwas button. Iltutmish accepted them and thus pretended to recognize his suzerainty. In fact, he bided his time, avoided conflict with him, and consolidated his position as far as Banaras. Besides the occupied Srusti, Kuhram and Bhatinda in the west, 1215 AD, all this was driven out of Ghazni by Khwarizm Shah. He came to Lahore and occupied the territories of Punjab up to Thaneswar. Thaneswar now comes in Haryana, which was the capital of the earlier Harsa dynasty at that time. While the Aldij still claimed overlordship over the Iltutmish and asked him to send military help. इल्तुतमिश मार्च्ड अगेंस्ट हिम. इल्तुतमिश ने उसके खिलाफ जाना शुरू किया टू सेटल हिज स्कोर्स फाइनली विद हिम बिटवीन 1215 एंड 1216. एडी इल्तुतमिश डिफीटेड याल्दीज इन एन ओपन बैटल एट तराइन एंड imprisoned him. Okay, he was first sent to Badaयूं and afterwards killed. Iltutmish gain was twofold. One was that he had killed the most dangerous rival to his power, and the other that it led to the final breakup with Ghazni. Hence onwards, the Sultanate of Delhi became an independent state. In fact, if not legally so far, the impending Mongol invasion. What was the Mongol invasion? Iltutmish had hardly consolidated its position in Punjab when his infant kingdom was threatened by a possible invasion of the Mongols issuing from the uplands of the Tartary. The Mongols ordered their great leader Tejumin, popularly known as Genghis Khan, also known as Genghis Khan, occupied the Khwarezm Empire. Okay, forced the emperor to flee for safety to the Caspian coast, and his their apparent Jalaluddin, okay, Mangavarni to Punjab. Jalaluddin married the daughter of Rai Khokhar Shakin, okay, the Khokhar chief, and occupied the upper Sindh Sagar, the territory of the Ravi and the Chenab regions. The port of Pasraur in the Sialkot district, and then advanced up to Lahore. The Mongols were hotly pursuing the fleeing prince, but stopped at the bank of the river Indus to watch his activities. Jalaluddin asked for shelter from Iltutmish. So far, the career of the Genghis Khan, also known as Genghis Khan, had been of undisrupted success. No country could save itself from his attack. No country could save itself from his attack. Iltutmish had neither the desire nor the power to face such a powerful foe. He refused to provide shelter to Jalaluddin and much against the rules of the hospitality. और जब जलालुद्दीन ने अपना घोड़ा उसमें फंसा दिया और आगे बढ़ता चला गया और उसको शरण देने से मना कर दिया इल्तुतमिश ने. But it was wise on his part. It saved him from the wrath of the Genghis Khan, who returned after leaving the task of capturing Jalaluddin to his officers. और वापस चला गया. Iltutmish was determined to check Jalaluddin from proceeding further and got ready for military action. When he tried further aggression in Punjab, Jalaluddin too realized the futility of fighting against Iltutmish and therefore withdrew towards Lower Sindh. Therefore, he concentrated his power against Kubacha and the Mongols. He defeated Kubacha near Uch and weakened his power. But ultimately, he returned to Persia in 1224 AD. Iltutmish watched with satisfaction the departure of Jalaluddin. He had saved his kingdom from the Mongol invasion and also from ill effects of the politics of Central Asia. The defeat of the Kubacha. Jalaluddin's activities had weakened the power of Kubacha, who was now left only with the Multan and Sindh. Iltutmish took advantage of it and easily occupied Bhatinda, okay, Khurram, Srasti and then Lahore. He now decided to finish the power of Kubacha for once and all and simultaneously planned attacks on Multan and Sindh. Kubacha fled to the fort of Bakhar on the lower Indus and offered to negotiate. Iltutmish asked for an unconditional surrender and when refused attacked the fort. Kubacha felt desperate, threw himself into the river Indus and was drowned. Both Multan and Uch were occupied by Iltutmish. Thus another strong enemy of the Delhi Sultanate was finished by Iltutmish. इस तरह से एक दूसरा दुश्मन समाप्त कर दिया. The conquest of Bengal. Ali Mardan had declared himself independent after the death of Qutbuddin Aibak, and therefore the province of Bengal was lost by the Delhi Sultanate. Even when he was murdered by Khalji Nubes and Hushandun Iwaz became the ruler. It was no advantage to Iltutmish. Okay, Hushamuddin kept Bengal independent, assumed the title of Sultan Ghayasuddin Tughlaq. Okay, occupied Bihar and exacted tribute from the neighboring kingdom of Jajnagar, also known as in Odisha, Tirhut and Kamrupa is in Assam. Iltutmish, being busy in the northwest, could not pay attention towards the affairs in Bengal. But as soon as he felt secure in the northwest, he proceeded towards Bengal. Gayasuddin accepted his sovereignty without fighting and gave him presents. Iltutmish came back after appointing Malik Jani as governor of Bihar, but as soon as Iltutmish turned back, Gayasuddin asserted independence and turned out Malik Shaji from Bihar. Iltutmish asked his son Nasiruddin Mahmud, governor of Awadh, to punish Gayasuddin. Nasiruddin captured Lakhnauti in 1226 AD and killed Gayasuddin. But he died in 1229. Okay, which again resulted in a successful revolt under the Malik Ikhtiaruddin Balakazi, who asserted independence. The same year, Iltutmish himself marched to Bengal and killed Balak Khalji. Bengal and Bihar again became part of Delhi Sultanate and remained so till the death of Iltutmish. Okay, investiture from the Khalifa. Iltutmish requested the Khalifa of Baghdad to grant him the title of Sultan. The request was accepted, and the embassies, emissaries from the Khalifa reached Delhi with a deed of investiture for the Iltutmish in 1229 AD. This gave Iltutmish legal claim over the Delhi Sultanate. It also helped him in making his rule hereditary, which secured the succession of his children on the throne. Death of Iltutmish. In 1236 AD, Iltutmish marched towards Banyan, which was ruled by Saifuddin Hassan Orlik, an officer of Jalaluddin Mangwarni. Saifuddin had occupied territories between Ghazni and the river Indus. Iltutmish fell ill during the campaign and returned to Delhi. There he died in 30 April 1236. Fight against chiefs. हिंदू चिप्स के खिलाफ उसने कैसे फाइट की. ओके, ओके, फाइट अगेंस्ट हिंदू चीफ. The Hindu chief in Rajputana and Uttar Pradesh had succeeded in recovering some places from the Turks during the period of rule of Aybak. When Iltutmish ascended the throne, they pursued a more aggressive policy and many of them became independent. The Chandelas recovered Kalinjar and Ajaygarh. The Pratiharas occupied Gwalior, Narwar and Jhansi. The Chauhan under Govindraj turned out the Turks from Ranthambore and occupied Jodhpur and its territory places. The Chauhan of Jalaur recovered most of the territories of the southwest Rajputana, and the Bhati Rajput occupied Ajmer and its nearby places. Many other places who also witnessed successful revolts of the Rajput. In Uttar Pradesh, the Hindus revolted and asserted independence at Badaयूं, Kannauj, Banaras, Katihar, Bareilly and Farrukhabad. Iltutmish could not ignore these losses. He was determined at least to recover those places which were once occupied by the Turks. Therefore, they adopted an aggressive policy against the Hindu chiefs. Okay, Ranthambore was attacked and occupied in 1226 AD. Mandor and capital of the Parmars was also recovered in 1228-29 AD. Uday Singh, the ruler of Jalaur, was forced into submission, and then Bayana. Okay, Thangir, Ajmer, Nagaur and thereby places were occupied. Gwalior was attacked in 1231 AD and occupied after a year of resistance. Malik Nasiruddin Taishi, the governor of Gwalior, was then asked to attack Kalinjar. Okay, he succeeded in plundering of Kalinjar in 1233 and 1234 AD, but had to retreat because of the fierce resistance of the people. Iltutmish attacked Nagada and Gujarat also in turn, but the Guhilyots and the Chalukyas defeated him respectively. 1236 and 1234, 1235 LD Iltutmish attacked Malwa and plundered Bhilsa and Ujjain but failed to occupy any territory. In Uttar Pradesh, Iltutmish succeeded in recovering Badaयूं, Kannauj, Banaras, Katihar, Bahraich. The territories of Awadh too were brought under the control through the local tribes continued to resist till the death of their brave leader Bartu or Piritu. The success of Iltutmish against the Rajput was not complete. Okay, the Guhilots and the Chalukyas had defeated him. One of his officers was defeated by the Rajput of Bhundi. The attack on Malwa remained only a plunder. The Chauhan continued their resistance even after the occupation of Bayana and Thanagar, and the Chandelas continued to rule over territory up to Jhansi even after some of lost Gwalior. Yet Iltutmish succeeded in recovering most of the lost territories of the Turkish Empire. He certainly could not subdue the power of the Rajput, yet broke their aggressive strength besides the establishment of firm administration in these recovered territories. Investiture from the Khalifa. Investiture from the Khalifa. Iltutmish requested the Khalifa of Baghdad to grant him to the title of Sultan. The request was accepted and the emissaries from the Khalifa reached Delhi with a deed of investiture for the Iltutmish in 1229 AD. This gave Iltutmish legal claim over the Delhi Sultanate. It also helped him in making his rule hereditary, which secured the succession of his children on the throne. Write a detailed note on succession of Iltutmish. Write it down the main events of 1230 to 1246. समझ गए? 2-3 पेज में है. इसको हम एक बार बताने की कोशिश करेंगे. सक्सीजर इल्तुतमिश के कौन कौन थे. Ghuri gave the commands of his reign to his slave Evak. Evak broke his links with Ghazni to establish slave dynasty. Evak was succeeded by Iltutmish. He built Qutub Minar, and during this period Delhi became the capital of India. The slave dynasty directed into India by the Qutbuddin Evak, a Turkish general of Central Asia birth. Central Asian birth was the first of the 5 unrelated dynasties to rule India's Delhi Sultanate from 1206 to 1290. Evak's tenure as a Ghurid administrator ranged between 1192 to 1206, a period of during which he led invasions into the genetic heartland of India and established control over some of the new areas. The following points highlighted the top 5 successors of the Iltutmish. They are Ruknuddin Firoz Shah. The eldest and the ablest son of Iltutmish had died in 1229 AD. His next son Firoz Shah, lazy, pleasure-loving and irresponsible. Iltutmish therefore nominated his daughter Razia as his successor, and coins were struck on which the name of Razia was inscribed, along with the name of the Sultan. But probably during his illness, before his death, changed his mind because of the opposition of certain nobles. Brought Firoz to Delhi from Lahore and issued coins bearing the name of Firoz along with his Avan name. After the death of Iltutmish, Firoz succeeded the throne of Delhi. His mother Shah Turkan was a clever and intriguer lady and could enlist the support of Wazir Nizamul Mulk, Muhammad. His mother had gathered Delhi. Provincial governors who had gathered at Delhi after the campaign in the northwest with Iltutmish, but the reign of Firoz proved short-lived. While he himself engaged in sensual pleasures, his mother proved cruel and treacherous, which created dissatisfaction among the nobility. It resulted into revolts. The governors of Multan, Hasi, Lahore and Badaयूं, entered into an understanding against Firoz and marched with their army towards Delhi with a view to dispose Firoz from throne. Firoz proceeded against them with his army. On the way, the larger part of his army revolted, killed non-Turkish nobles and returned to Delhi. As the capital, Razia took advantage of Firoz's absence. She succeeded in Getting support of the people, returned to the capital. Okay, she declared herself Sultana in Firoz's absence. Shah Turkan was imprisoned and so was Firoz. Okay, so was Firoz. Both were killed afterwards. Thus ended the reign of the Firoz Shah with 7 months after his succession. The accession and deposition of Firoz brought out one point. He was placed on the throne with the active support of the provincial governors, and he was deposed from the throne because of the revolt of governors against him and active support of the people and nobles at Delhi to Rajia. It meant that both Firoz and Rajia ascended the throne with the support of the nobles, the okay, one with the support of provincial governors and other with the support of the nobles at Delhi. Okay, it further meant that both the nobles matlab Amir at the court and the provincial governor desired to interfere and in turn succeeded in putting their respective candidates on the throne. However, the provincial governors had not participated directly in raising Rajia to the throne which they desired. The real problem was that while the Turkish slaves of the Iltutmish accepted the right of the successor of the Sultan of Delhi, yet they asserted the right to choose the ruler themselves. Rajia refused to accept it, and therefore her period of rule was the period of constant struggle between the Sultana and her nobles, including provincial governors. सुल्ताना रजिया के बीच में और उसके गवर्नर्स के बीच में एक गद्दी को लेकर युद्ध स्टार्ट हो गया. सुल्ताना रजिया. In one sense, the reign of the Firoz can be accepted. Okay, accepted as the struggle of power between the son and the daughter of Iltutmish. Okay, Firoz had succeeded in becoming Sultan because he could muster the support of provincial governors to his side, and in turn, Rajia succeeded in deposing him because she could not get the support of the nobles at the court to her side. But with the accession of Rajia on the throne, the struggle for power between the Sultana and her Turkish slave nobles became quite open. Rajia was the worthy daughter of a worthy father. Rajia एक धनी पुत्री थी धनी पिता की. In her personal life, she was the first Muslim sultana who challenged the traditions of Islam concerning women and politically tried to establish her absolute rule as sultana and refused to share her authority over with the nobles and provincial governors. और उसने सबकी अधीनता मानने से स्वीकार कर दिया. वो पहली मुस्लिम महिला बनी जिसने सारे मुस्लिम कानूनों को ताक पे रखा. This led her into troubles from the beginning of the reign and finally to her downfall. और इसके डाउनफॉल तक. When Rajia ascended the throne, the governor of the Badaयूं Multan Hansi Lahore had already marched towards the capital with their armies with a view to depose Firoz from the throne. In the meantime, Rajia had captured the throne, the event in which they had not participated. Therefore they continued their march and beside Delhi to place a candidate of their own choice on the throne. Firoz's Bajir Muhammad Jurhadi had also joined them. Thus Rajia's position became precarious in the very beginning of the reign. However, she moved diplomatically. She showed dissension among her rivals. And the confederacy of the nobles was broken. Rajia was safe in Delhi as the commanded the loyalty of her subjects in Delhi, and therefore a direct attack on Delhi could probably fail. Therefore, the conspirators planned to take her away from Delhi. For that purpose, Kabir Khan revolted in Lahore in 1240 AD. Rajia marched against him so quickly that the supporter of Kabir Khan could not reach to help him. In time, Kabir Khan was defeated and he fled away. Rajia pursued him and forced him to surrender himself near the bank of the river Chenab because he could not dare cross the river due to the fear of the Mongols on the other side. But hardly 10 days had passed after her return to the capital when Rajia received the message that Malik Altunia had revolted at Bhatinda. Rajia immediately marched against Altunia, beside the fort of Bhatinda. There, she was deceived by Turkish nobles. They murdered Jamaluddin Yaqut and imprisoned Rajia by surprise. Immediately, Bahram, the third son of the Iltutmish, was raised to the throne at Delhi. The leader of the conspirators, okay, Atigin, Atigin was appointed Naib Mamkalat and was expected to control the whole administration by virtue of his newly crafted, created office. But Bahram became so much of dissatisfied with his behavior that he got him murdered within a month or two. Malik Al-Tunia, but dissatisfied with the distribution of high offices of the state, he got nothing from new sultan and hoped for none after murder of Atigin. He married Razia, which seemed to be of advantage of both, while Razia expected to win back her freedom and throne. Malik Al-Tunia saw in it an opportunity to enhance his status. Certain dissatisfied nobles like Malik Kurakas and Malik Salari also joined them. Al-Tunia raised an army consisting of Khokras, the Jats, and the Rajputs. They proceeded towards Delhi but were defeated by the organized army Delhi and fled away. Rajia and Al-Tunia were deserted by their soldiers and they were murdered by some Hindu robbers near Kaithal in Haryana, in 13 October 1240. Mujuddin Bahram Shah is less important, not most important. Alauddin Masood Shah less important. Nasiruddin Muhammad Shah less important. समझ गए? Nasiruddin Muhammad Shah. So these are the major contestants of the Delhi Sultanate. That's why Iltutmish was the real founder of the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, and the Salab dynasty. Thanks for watching.